lights flash bright and glow. Cyber city skyline low. Lost in shadows where we roam. Here we rock in Squirrel Zone. Neon lights flash bright and glow. Cyber city skyline low. Lost in shadows where we roam. Here we rock in Squirrel Zone. Talking alley clips and clips. Metal paws and cyber kicks. Rusting wires mesh and twist. Squirrel Zone won't beam as we rock out in Squirrel Night. See bright in blinding light. Future's here, technology tight. Rocking hard till morning light. Circuits sap the night alive. We survive the cyber hive. Outcast in electric vibe. In these streets we do or die. Digital heartbeats pounding hard. Skies filled with electric stars. We ride fast in glitching cars. Leave behind all city stars. Outlaws in this neon maze. Humming with electric haze. For the future here we blaze. Squirrel Zone in cyberface. Technology tight, rocking hard till morning light. Circuits out the night alive. We survive the cyber hive. Outcast in electric vibe. In these streets we do or die. Digital highways dying hard. Skies filled with electric stars. We ride fast in glitching cars. Leave behind all city scars. Outlaws in this neon maze. Humming with electric haze. For the future here we blaze. Squirrel Zone in cyberface.
Let's get nuts.
Ah, that's some good fanny rocket.
Don't ask. Just don't ask. I don't know why the hell I chose that one, but I did. Apparently, I seem to have lost the link to where I was going to play the music from, but oh well. I guess we'll get to that. Whoopsie. Anyway, hey, happy Sunday. What's up? Yes, we're late, but hey, I made it within 24 hours, so, I mean, there's that. I don't ask, I just go with it. Yeah, it's probably for the best that way. It really is. What are we feeling today? Today we're feeling a bit... We're feeling a bit chill today, so I think we're going to go with this playlist here. And that's right. Thank you much. That's on my list of shit that I have to do. I put that right up there with, getting a hold of the one occupational therapist. It's still Sunday, so you ain't late. I mean, there's that. And as it was pointed out earlier, schedule. What's a schedule? Well, like I said, it's that one thing that I try to kind of adhere to, but I mean, I don't necessarily do that well sometimes. So when the body says, "Hey, you're going to be late," I guess I just kind of I just go with it. That one's one video. That one is 7. Fuck it. We'll roll with. What about this one? Because why not? Why not? I'm feeling the why not today. Which also means I need to turn that down in my headphones. I thought it'd be late hunting for a cup of coffee. I mean, that's kind of a mood right there. There we go. Let me just bring that down in my ears so it's not overpowering me. Perfect. All right. Anywho, and you're right. It's still Sunday, so I'm still on time. There we go. I figured 90 minutes late, hour and a half, whatever. Body decided it didn't want to get up, and then when it finally did, um, it was very slow. So here I am. Cold coffee, the ice melted the second it hit the air. I mean, there you go. I have to drive, but I needed a nap also. Oh, gross. I hate that feeling. Crazy Fish Lady, by the way. Hi, I do see you. What is up? And yes, Chaos, you are amazing, because I goddamn said so. So deal with it. So big shout out to everybody who's here and joining us on a happy Sunday, even though we're behind schedule. Anyway, enough of beating that stick with a horse. Yeah, took me a second. I had to remember that one. Anyway. Evening, y'all. Dragonheart, hello. What is up? I guess there's a button I gotta push.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all my non-binary neurodivergent squirrels, we would like to welcome to the stadium, Dragon Suck My Dick Heart.
There it is, baby. Making dinner, excellent choice. When I nominate Dan to deal with it. Dan can deal with it, I'm still not wrong. So there you go. I told you that when you messaged me the other day. Yeah. You're awesome. Deal with it. You take it, you shake it, you like it. I don't know what happened there. Just fucking roll with it, okay? Just go with it. We're good. What the fuck am I doing? We never know, Dan. That's the thing. We never know. We never know. Lordy, lordy. Tomorrow's my shoulder ultrasound. Nice. That's right, Hoshi. You break out those love bats. See that, Chaos? Those are for you. And anybody else who needs it. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of one who needs it, so I'm good with that. Tomorrow I've got my occupational therapist appointment. I had my therapy appointment last Wednesday, as you may recall. But then Wednesday I had therapy in the morning. Then I did the stream in the afternoon with you guys. We did the first coaching stream, and I had after that. I don't know. Some of you know, but some of you don't. I had the biggest tremor spike that I've ever had. So like I spent the rest of the night sitting in my chair, rocking, shaking. I couldn't make it stop. So I sent a message off to my OT and let her know about that. And I was still recovering up until yesterday, maybe even today. Because like I accidentally slept through my office job. And then I sent him a message on Thursday night. I'm like, I am so sorry. I am dealing with the biggest fucking spike ever. And he's like, oh, wow, feel better. I'm like, yeah, thanks. Then I missed Friday as well. And then yesterday we went out to my sister's place to actually finally visit with my dad. So I got to see him for the first time in, I don't know, 6-ish months kind of thing. It was kind of nice to hang out there a bit. I got to info dump everything that has been going on in the last 6 months to him as he sat there with his eyes about this wide. Terrace brain, my answers. I mean, fair enough. I hope you get some kind of answers. That'll help. I hope. I really hope. For me tomorrow, I'm just going in. We're going to discuss things like getting a chair, which I don't want to think about, but oh well. She's pushing her luck. Don't push your luck. Don't do that. That's not a good. What else? There's other shit we got to talk about, and I can't quite remember. But I also have my homework assignment for my therapist, which is going to be fun. That's it. Dan Dunn did it. Did he, though? Is he the one who fucked up your shoulder? Really? I mean, think about it and be honest. Is he the one? Come on now. Uh-huh. Yeah. That's what I thought. Really, Dan? Oh my God. Don't go blaming Dan. Okay, we'll blame Dan. Why not? We blame Dan for everything. Not a good caretaker for my hubby. Everything he gets fussy from pain. I get snappy with frustration. I mean, that's fair. I'm not going to lie. My wife is pretty amazing overall, but she also gets frustrated with me and my exhaustion and all of that stuff. So I understand that. I totally get it. You know, she's pretty amazing overall. But yeah, she gets frustrated. She's human. You know, obviously. She's going to have feels about things. Could have let me read her response. Did he just up and delete shit? I didn't see it. I missed it. Let me see. What else do we got? In other news, I'm trying to get that new DJ program, but it's going to be like another $110 or $150 or something. So I'm kind of putting it on pause for right now, or, you know, at least till later when finances are a bit better kind of thing. In the meantime, though, if you want to tip your DJ, feel free. Not sure what happened to the shoulder. Sleeping wrong, most of my joints are fucked up. Well, I mean, age could be a consideration as well as, you know, all kinds of shit like hypermobility and yada, 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 right? There could be a ton of things that contribute to that. Let me see. Oh, in other happy news, so I'm only 38. So, apparently I've had MS for 25 years. Zip your lip. Or maybe you sleep like a starfish. I mean, that might be a contributing factor. You never know. That could be it. I mean, it could play somewhat into it. Or sleep fight me. See, now I'm trying to think of if my wife has ever like abused me while I was sleeping. And I cannot think of a time. Apparently I've abused her while sleeping though, so 39 and my left elbow clicks on the left thing. I feel like by the time I turned 30 is where I started to kind of start to feel things. Then I hit 40 and like shit just fell apart. Like I'm going to be 50 in a year and a half here. I don't even want to think about what that's going to be like. Right? I'm not even 50 yet and my body is like fucking piece by piece just collapsing. It's not a good time. I fight zombies in my sleep. That's how deep the obsession goes. Your obsession with zombies? Yeah, I can see that. You move her mostly with her hands. I mean, fair enough. Hello. Let me see. You can always request to reset your password. Sorry, somebody asking me tech shit on the side here. Not zombies, there's me, and it really suck. I had 30 and I started collecting medication like Pokemon. I have 5 RX a day now. I'm up to, what am I up to now? I have to take 17 pills in a day. Not a good time. And unfortunately, I'm out of some of them, so I have to like I have to get my my Vyvanse, my Wellbutrin, and my Cipralex tomorrow. So like the kind of important ones, yeah, I've got to get those tomorrow. But I mean, I've got the nerve pain, I've got the Lyrica, and I've got the Baclofen, which helps me stop the shakes and whatnot. And I still have vitamin D, which I have to take like 5,000 of in a day. But I'm slowly starting to run out of those because I've got to take 5,000 in a day. So we're going to have to reorder those in the near future. The one thing that the disability doesn't cover. Oh, well. Did you say to be fair?
To be fair.
To be fair.
Beautiful. Drink your water. That's right. Today we have got squishy juice. So we're all good with that. I did have a coffee, but I did. I was going to make an iced coffee, but by the time I started setting up for the stream, I was like, yeah, fuck it. So yeah. There's that. Where are we there? That button right there. That's what I wanted. Excuse me. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. That I did purchase and have started the autism coach training. And it is not something that I am able to just crush in 5 hours, unfortunately. That one is a lot more in depth. I got all hyper focused on it last night and went through it. Like, the modules are fucking massive. So I went through the first 3 modules, and then it's like, now you can take a test. It's going to take 30 minutes and you get 3 attempts to get it right. I'm like, we're gonna not do that right now. Good now. Get out there and make money. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Tip your DJ. My goal right now is 150. I'm fucking working on it, man. But I do, like I said, you guys were there on Wednesday. For those of you that were there on Wednesday, we started the first little community coaching session, right? We went over procrastination. The next one is going to be routines that don't suck. I'm going to try and set that up for Wednesday. But I also, tonight would be a good night to do it. I need to get the actual bundles and or the bundle rather, and set that up on Fourth Wall, as well as get that to all of you who are on Patreon. So there you go. You guys will tonight get the bundle and have access to that. Remember, it doesn't always work for everybody being different. However, it's kind of a more often than not kind of thing. We'll go with that. That's right. And the worksheet, that's right. If you want to get the worksheet from the last session and use that for yourself, that's right. That is still available. I will have a new one, I think, up on Wednesday. Paperwork I need to do for the kids. Okay, you're welcome, I guess. I'm glad I can help. Perfect. Yeah, I think that covers a lot of what's going on this end of things. I'm sure if anything else comes up, I'll spit it out. Anything that I remember, because, nowadays my memory is not to be trusted, even less than before. Hurrah. And how about all y'all? How's things going on in your world? Let me see here. I did see an Authenticator around here earlier. And I did catch something about mentioning shit on stream. So, I guess we shall see. Gemini, how are you doing? Just, hey, anime! How about the Stampede? I am not going to the Stampede. Oh, hey, yeah, that's right. We've got Gooby this weekend, too. Hi, Gooby. What you doing there, buddy? Why are you under my desk? There's nothing there. No, there's nothing there, buddy. You won 5? Yay, good job. Yeah, that's right. Gooby is back for the weekend. His parents are, because the last time they got, they had their wedding, and now I guess they're doing a very quick impromptu mini honeymoon, they're calling it. So yeah, we're babysitting the Goob. Aren't we, buddy? Aren't we, buddy? Yeah, that Goobies. Yeah, that Goobies. Look at that tail. You can see that tail just giving her right here. Hi, Gooby. What you doing, buddy? Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Come here. Yes, come here. Oh yes, that fucking tail just knocking shit over. Come here. Don't worry about it. That's right. Don't worry about it, buddy. He's still a good boy. Oh yes, Gooby is a super good boy. He's always a good boy. Aren't you, buddy? Yes. You're super sweet, aren't you? What are you looking for? Oh, did you? Oh, you found something on the floor, did you? Hmm. Hey, Goobaroo. Hey there, Gooby. He's sniffing around looking for treats, and off he goes. All right. Look in the shadows. Sickner went well. Now I'm playing catch up on life game. That's fair. Do what you got to do. No more of a grandparent thing. Sorry, I totally did not miss. I totally missed that. I did not catch that. That's what I was trying to say. There we go. And yeah, that's fine, Gemini. Do what you got to do. Take care of you in the best way that you know how. Oh, does that count as a foster pail? Does he count as a foster pail? No, not for us, unfortunately. Yeah, not for us. He totally would have been if he wasn't adopted. He would have been a fail, I think. Gotta go. All right, Hoshi. Take care. Do what you gotta do. Brain is 404. That's a mood right there. It was a joke. Tuck it in. Look here, you. First off, there will be no tucking in. Especially lately, as I as I look through the lens. We went to a good family, just come back for visit. Yep. We are now. That's right. I do what I want. We are now like the uncle and auntie of the dog, apparently. Because yeah, whenever his adopted parents fuck off out of town. How much you've been sleeping? No shit. It's been a lot of that. Especially after an episode, as I call it. And having an episode last Wednesday, yeah. Recovery time for that shit is just, it's days upon days. It is gross. I guess they're taking care of me by being community more actively instead of passively. If that's what you feel you got to do, then fantastic. Do it up. Right? If that's going to be what helps you, then great. Again, I'm, starting to push more of the coaching stuff when I have the time and the ability to do so. And taking this autism course that one's going to be a bit intense, really. But I do like the way that they have it laid out because it is very anti-ABA and very individual focused. Yeah, exactly. There is no becoming a menace when you're already a menace. Ha! But yeah, that autism course is going to be fucking rough. Not going to lie. She's going to be a rough one. Because yeah, the first 3 modules, going through them, took... And honestly, I'm going to go back through them again. Because I sat there and I went over them over the course of like 5 or 6 hours. And yeah, it's some intense shit. So I'm definitely gonna be getting the money's worth out of that one. She's gonna be something. Ace that test once. Probably should. I aced the autism test once that I did indeed. Not the coaching part of it. However, I will say that I received a fantastic compliment when I saw my therapist that I told her about. And I showed her my certificate and the whole nine. She's like, well, you're probably better equipped and, you're probably more qualified than like 90% of the people that are out there. I'm like, I love you. You're great. So there's that. That made me happy. That hit me right in the feels. I was a happy kid over that. Which is fine because the rest of the session went downhill from there, but that's okay. As now I get to look forward to writing a letter to my younger self. Oh boy, that's going to be a fun time. Not so fucking much. But that's where we're at. That's how we do. Oh well. So how about you guys? How's your week going? Since I haven't had a chance to really catch up with a whole lot. At least in the server. It's going hot, yeah. There's a buttercup before she went in for the kill. I think that's exactly what it was. I walked out of there with band-aids on the jugular. It was nasty. Nasty shit, I tell you. But necessary. Something I gotta do. As I kind of... I don't want to say stare down the barrel. That sounds wrong. But I mean, like, I find lately I'm doing a lot more coming to terms with, and some of it feels like almost like, the confessions from a deathbed kind of thing, except, I'm not dying, but I mean, I'm watching little pieces of my mind wander away on me, and that part sucks. It's hot and gross, yeah. Walmart sells Dino Nuggies. I'll be a happy lady on my birthday. Because you get Dino Nuggies? Yeah. It's funny, last night we talked about how, because I wore this yesterday, so I'm wearing it again today because it's beautiful. Cat is back, hello. But yeah, we talked about how squirrels are ADHD, meerkats are a combination, and if there was going to be a true representation of a team for just autism, I would say it would have to be dinosaurs. Or sharks, one or the other. Dinos or sharks. Because those tend to be the highest rated of the obsessions. It's true, yeah, I know it is.
Dinosaurs, Morgan's obsessed with sharks.
What's that?
I said Hadley's obsessed with dinosaurs, Morgan's obsessed with sharks.
Well, there you go.
Do not fuck with Morgan during Shark Week. Like, she's gone. She won't answer her phone because she's watching Shark Week. Yeah.
Dino sharks, there you go. Well, I mean, if you think about it, if you really think about it, sharks are like among the oldest species on the planet, like surpassing dinosaurs. So here's that. Dogs are just fed, so she should be good to go when the wife comes by. You get that?
No.
He just said the dogs were fed,
Okay.
so she should be good to go when the wife comes by.
Okay. So I just have to walk.
Yeah, just gotta walk them.
Okay.
There you go. She knows. Hereby declare that combo is ADHD, autism, Tourette's is platypus. That's a interesting one. Eldest raises you Hot Wheels cars. Cool. That's a good one. Posted a video about ducks explaining ADHD and ASD. Is that one where it's just the duck and it's like the super cut short vocal? This is duck. Duck is ASD. Like that one? Because that one's awesome. Not official, but it makes sense. I mean, meerkat isn't official either, but it totally makes sense. So there you go. I could see that. That'd be a thing. The Tourettipus. Because why not? Tourettipus. That could be a thing. That could totally be a thing. Maybe tear up a bit. I am a good duck. Yes, you are a good duck. Apparently I haven't got the saliva content to pull that off properly. But yes, you are a good duck. Remember that. Andy waddled away. Waddle, waddle, waddle. Too funny. So yeah, there's something I'm going to be showing off in a little bit, and I have to blame Authenticata for that one. We're gonna show that off in a little bit. How do you feel about that? Smarter than a doctor when it comes to neurodivergence. You are not the first one to tell me that. I've heard that numerous times. that somebody who like is involved in the overall community, right? Not necessarily just mine, but like, you know, Katiosaurus, druids, you know, there are numerous ADHD communities out there and neurodivergent communities out there. And when they get the information, welcome to the club, you're years late. It's true. 1 year on T, where has it gone? Apparently it's gone to the void, as far as I understand it. But hey, congratulations! I look forward to seeing your Facebook post about it. Not gonna lie. Yeah, that's right. I'm friends with the bus on Facebook. Yeah. Uh-oh. Hello, Sneaky Ninja.
I have your juice.
You want the juice?
I don't out.
Okay. I had to educate an intake worker on autism stereotypes. That's fair. What was I just going on about before the wife wandered in here? I need to vent because my GP... yes, I recall you saying something about that in the Discord the other day. Du hast mich. Ducks. Now I'm going on about Rammstein. Where are we here? Sorry, I'm just scrolling up to find this. If you're wondering why the chat's moving around. Oh yeah, smarter than a doctor when it comes to neurodivergence. I was talking about ducks before that. I'll ram your Stein. I don't have a Stein. I've got a bottle right now. I don't have any Steins available. There is one in my room, but that's the one I had coffee in this morning. And trust me, I already rammed that one. Final Ram Mine. There you go. Got to change the name of the band now. Ram Mine. German metal ducks. That's right. Hydrate, y'all. Hydration check. Yes, so we were talking about how people who are in the communities, not just mine, make a slushy after, who are in the communities tend to get to have better information than a lot of the doctors that are out there. Because especially, I gotta run, dinner is ready. All right, take care, Dragon. We'll talk to you soon. But yeah, people who are in the communities tend to get better information than a lot of the doctors out there. Now, when I say a lot of the doctors out there, generally that covers just your GP, your family doctors, your general practitioners, right? Because mine even, like he'll be the first to admit it, right? When I first started questioning and whatnot, he's like, I can't help you with that. However, I'm going to point you someone like my family doctor is fucking amazing, right? If there's something he doesn't know, he'll be the first to admit it, and he will point you in the direction that you need to go. He will set you up with an appointment wherever, right? That's what he was doing with me with all of like the X-rays, the MRIs, the osteo doctors and stuff like that, right? Because he was going based on the information that I gave him. So, he was firing me off left, right, and center. When it came to the autism, he set me up with the psychiatrist, who I don't see anymore, but I mean, he's there. If I still need to, I can go see him. But, even he doesn't understand a lot of it. And I had to give him a little education on some of it, right? Young doesn't necessarily mean better educated. Mine is older and well educated. Yeah, that young old has nothing to do with it, right? And if you think about it, if the older ones are not staying up to date on the information that is coming out, the new information that is rolling out with if they're not up to date on the DSM-5, for fuck's sake, which is a 12-year-old document, you got a problem, right? But I mean, if they are up to date with the new stuff, that's great, right? Young, old, whatever. However, I find that there are a lot of the older ones that, like, especially my old family doctor, that just, they're stuck in their ways, right? They won't change. They know what they know, and that's good enough for them. But it's not good enough for us, unfortunately. I'm so articulate, present myself well. Yeah, that sounds about right. Started saving TikToks to plan my appointments. It's a good idea, right? a lot of them will say, well, yeah, that's just online information. We don't trust that. That's fine and well, but if it's well sourced, then maybe you should. But yeah, great idea. You know, I do that with my therapist. Oh, you're so articulate, present yourself well, so that means you can't be autistic. Oh, so what you're saying is you mask well, coming from the level 501 masker over here. So you're a high masking autistic, is what you're saying. I had an older doc that didn't give a shit. He was retiring. Yeah. Written description notes, Google Calendar, and walk in and talk about during the appointment. That way we don't have to remember. Yeah, I put it all on my phone, right? Of course I do. My notepad gets the workout. Y'all know that. But yeah, when my psychiatrist initially, by the way, hi, sweetheart cat. Research may be queen of Google. Tsume finished up the assignment for the week. Nice. That is a good boy. Who's a good boy, Tsume? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. But yeah, my psychiatrist initially, right? For those of you that remember that, he told me that, you know, all of my stuff was just social anxiety. And then I went to the psychologist therapist who said, I pegged you as autistic within 15 minutes of meeting you. So, right? It's the ones who stay up to date on the information, right? Apparently my psychiatrist does not stay up to date on the information. You know, he proved that. So that's why I'm like, okay, you're not super reliable, so I'm just not going to see you much. Hydration check. Definitely have to write some notes. Yes, I've been saying that since day one. Write down notes, write down things to bring in with you. That's why I made that spectrum graph, right? Available for free to everybody. It's on the website, right? Under freebies. It's free for everybody. That's why I made that, is to help out. And then that way you can kind of show, this is where I'm at today. This is where I was at yesterday, right? But yes, write down notes, all of the fucking notes, and bring them in with you, right? When I went in to the therapist, psychologist, diagnostician, she's all of the above. So when I say my therapist, that's what I mean. She's all of those things. But yeah, when I went into her for the assessment, she laughed at me, not in the bad way, but she laughed at me because I brought so much fucking information with me, right? I brought, like, here, let me show you this, actually. I will show you this note. And this is the one that I brought in with me. Now, this pertains to the actual DSM information, Section A and Section B of the diagnostic criteria. I don't know how well you can see this, okay? But these are the notes that I brought in. Now, that's just for Section A, all of the things that I relate to and things that I'm affected by. This is Section B, all of the things that I relate to and that I'm affected by. And these are things that I question, right? Which is not necessarily diagnostic criteria, but are there a lot of these signs and symptoms and whatnot. All of this, right? That's what I brought in. And she laughed at me. She's like, do you realize, as well as all of the test scores from Embrace Autism, right? So like the RADSAR, the AQ, you know, all of those things. So I brought in all of those and all of those notes, and she laughed and said, you realize that people that come in that say, I think I'm autistic, and bring all of these notes, 95% of the time, they're right. So keep that in mind. Things crazy, but I'm surviving. Nice. Free with free. Oh, sorry, what's free with $20 too? I don't know. Have an ASD assessment very soon with proper specialist. Nice. ADHD assessment is coming this Friday. Nice. Remember, all of the notes that you possibly can, right? You saw there, I walked in with a fucking book. Like, and that was printed out. That wasn't just on my phone. I printed that out to bring with me. So we're looking at like 11 pages that I brought in with me. And what did I get back? I got an 11-page diagnosis back. She wrote me 11 pages back. This is why you're autistic. Wish I could get an assessment, but I don't think it's worth it. In the land of America insurance. Well, not only that, but getting a diagnosis on paper in the States right now is fucking terrifying. It is absolutely terrifying because you don't know what they're going to do I mean, you have an idea, but you can't say for 100% certainty what's going to happen, especially when they're trying to make this list of people that are autistic in the States, right? It is fucking scary. So for those that don't want to get an official diagnosis down in the States, I don't blame you. Not at all. I don't blame you in the least, right? And that said, you know very well that if you do the research and you look at it and walk out on the other side and say, I think I'm autistic, I think I'm ADHD, your self-diagnosis is good enough for us, right? You don't want to get it on paper because you're afraid you're going to be put on a list and then a camp. I don't fucking blame you. Not even one iota. Not one atom. Not one molecule. Nothing. I don't blame you in the least. Don't do it. Keep yourself safe. And your self-diagnosis is good enough for me. Right? Welcome to our house. You're welcome here. You know that. It's scary. It is terrifying to think about that. Right? To think that that's a reality in 2025. That you can't get a proper diagnosis because not because that diagnosis would help you in your life, because it would, right? It would tell you so much and shed so much light on so many things. And I'm just going from my own experience lately. But I mean, the fact that you can't do that down there, right? That you have to fear doing that is fucking horrible. So we're here for you. We got you. You don't need to worry about that around here. Because, oh my God. I'm self-diagnosed. I'm peer-reviewed. Peer-reviewed, yes. Right there. That is exactly it. You are peer-reviewed. You have gone through the motions. You have done the work. And you have said, yeah, I feel like I am that. And we said, yep, we agree with you. You are peer-reviewed. Which, in our eyes, is fucking good enough. So many things. And I live in Canada, lose so many privileges in other countries. Yeah, there are some countries you would not be allowed to travel to. Right? I'm not allowed to travel to, I think, Australia and New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken. Which is sad, because that was always a bucket list for me. Yeah, in this condition. But whatever. But, yeah, not fun. Like that. I was peer-reviewed before I got self-diagnosed. Exactly. That's exactly it. Peer-reviewed diagnosis. Well, I mean, in fairness, when you do your self-diagnosis and say, oh, hey, by the way, and then everybody else goes, yeah. Can't travel to Australia. I want to go so bad. I think. Not often, but I do think. Yeah, I would have to double check that. But yeah, for me, it's been a bucket list. I'd love to go to Australia. I would absolutely adore going there. But I don't know. Which makes me wonder about Nate, because he lives down there and has never got his official diagnosis, but wouldn't be able to drive if I lived there. Why? Because they drive on the wrong side of the road? There's that too, right? Don't forget about that. But yeah, anyway, I see the bot is starting to chirp about the self-care break. So let's do that. Let us take a couple of moments and grab yourself a water refill if you need, or grab a coffee, or have a snack, or stand up and stretch, or you know the routine, any of the above. And we'll do ourselves a little self-care break here because, you know, that's how we roll. And if you don't like it,
These nuts.
so there. Because if you have an autism diagnosis, they won't let you drive. Oh. That doesn't make sense to me. But whatever. I got nothing. Anyway, before we do that, hey, a reminder. If you want to tip your DJ, I'm not going to say no because I'm trying to get a new DJ program for us to have the raves of 4. Yeah. So yeah, my goal right now is 150 bones. So if you want to do that, hey, super. Anyway, other than that,
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Australia, as far as I know, I would need to double check it. But anyway, we will be back in just a moment. Grab yourself that snack, that water, that bathroom break, stand up, have a stretch, yada, yada, yada. We'll be back in a moment. Alrighty. Even I stopped and got a snack. I got myself a bowl of peaches and yogurt because I hadn't eaten yet. So that was probably a good idea. How about you? Did you grab yourself some water? Did you do the bathroom thing? Did you get a snack? All of that shit? I hope you did. Because, I mean, that's handy and healthy and helpful. Peaches, were they in a can? No, they were in a jar, actually. Your favorite snack? How about on my YouTube? I had cherries earlier. Nice. There goes the music joke. Peaches come from a can. Oh, I got a friend who's trying to get on the stream here. Apparently they lost their Twitch password. I'm like, how about YouTube? Honestly, you don't even need a login to watch on YouTube. That's funny. Well, let me just give the link here. Slash. There we go. Haha. Winner, winner, squirrely dinner. Pick 40 pounds of holy shit. 23 pounds of Crystalinas, like Bings, but better in my opinion. 17. Wow. 40 pounds of cherries. That's insane. Oh, cherries. Are you kidding me? Dude, oh, okay. So I'm sitting with my sister yesterday and we're reminiscing about our childhood because of course we do. And she's reminding me about that my grandmother, when she was like in her prime, she still goes out and picks like fucking blueberries and stuff like that. It's crazy. She's, 85 or 86 now. She'll be 86 at the end of this month, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, she still goes out and picks like, 20, 40 pounds of fucking Saskatoons and blueberries and stuff like that. But we're reminiscing about how my grandmother and family used to go out and pick like 100 pounds of, like, I kid you, not an exaggeration, like 100 pounds of cherries. Cherries are like prunes. Yeah, they turn your ass into a shotgun. But yeah, she would go out and pick like 100 fucking pounds of cherries. And then, she would can a bunch as just, canned cherries. Or she would make like pie filling out of them or whatever, right? Just amazing, amazing stuff. Only if IBS or you eat too many. Yeah, if you eat too many, yeah, it turn your guts a little sideways. Turns your ass into a shotgun. Not necessarily the most fun thing in the world, but there we are. It happens. Oh well. More like a mortar. I mean, sample near the orchard. It's a 90-minute drive home. North Star. And honestly, okay, let's be honest. Eating too much of a lot of things can do shit like that. Let's be real here, right? Everything in moderation, of course. But yeah. That was my point. I got the food bank website. No, homemade canned cherries. We've got those. We've got a jar of those right now. Actually, Jasa and I have not yet assaulted those. And Jasa loves cherries pretty much more than anything. She's right up there on my level. Right? Damn kid. But yeah, cherry pie, greatest pie ever. No notes. I'll be taking no questions. There's that. That's my 2 cents. Hashtag deal with it. Lordy. Oh, excuse me. Cherry pie is excellent among the fruit pies. Yes, absolutely is. All right, where are we here? I wanted to show something. Here we go. All right, just gotta move this over here. Actually, I gotta move this over here. Click. And of course, I'm probably going to have to make the adjustment in the browser thingy. Because of course I am. So let me do that real quick here. Ever so quickly, because until Mel gets to studio mode, I have to do it this way. There we go. God, I can't wait till they get a studio mode in this. They have been making some good updates. I'm happy about that, but they need that. They absolutely need that. So yeah, I want to. You know what? I'm gonna leave this to Kata. Is what I'm gonna do. Is we did a thing, kind of, and by we this time I mean Authentic Kata gave me an idea to run with, and don't tell me you did nothing. You gave me the idea to run with on this one. So I want you to. I just want you to tell everybody what your initial idea was, and then I kind of ran with it from there. So yes, this is a track that is going to be on the album. I'm releasing it on July 29th. Is going to be the third Active Corrosion album. On the subject of fruit desserts, blackberry cobblers, it's really good. A lot of growing up. Pour has given me useful tools. Yeah, same here, actually. Never had a peach pie, but peach cobbler is great. Yeah. Don't text your ex. Okay, yeah, that's the basic, I guess, the basic idea behind it. Now, I tried to take that idea and kind of broaden it a little bit to not, though I did, because of Authentic Kata's request, I did have to have the line, don't text your ex in there, and I had to have it screamed out by a whole group. So I tried to kind of like broaden the idea of it a little bit. As in, like, don't do that stupid thing. Don't open that door, right? Once that door is closed, don't open the door. So I'll turn this up here. All right. And so this here is the idea comes from Authentic Kata, because remember, I like to credit where it's due, because I was resisting that urge recently. All right. And I get that as somebody who's, like I said, staring down the barrel and doing a lot of reaching out. I understand that. All right. So this here, it's called One More Hit. It is going to make the album. I have one more track that Kata and I are working on, which I'll get to, I won't show today because I don't have a good version of it yet. But anyway, so this one is going to make the album. It is a touch screamy, but hashtag deal with it.
I swore I was done, but the silence got loud again. 2 years clean since it burned to ash, but I keep your ghost like a sliver of glass. Swiping through time, can't help but regress. You were chaos in a dress, and I crave the wreck. That dopamine death wish, it hits like a prayer. My thumb hovers over the edge of despair. It's not love, it's not closure, it's just the echo pulling me closer. My fingers twitch, my vision slips. I tell myself just one more hit, but every word I said would stain another scar. door. You don't even know the cost I paid. Each relapse dressed up as I just wanted to say I built my worth and how well I could soothe. But I'm done being useful to people who bruise. They said closure, but men let me in. Said how are you, but wanted to win. You don't want truth, you just want the effects. As my brain screams out, don't text your ex. My fingers twitch, my grip goes weak. It's not a text, it's a slow defeat. I still taste you like venom in my mouth. You were not a home, just the quickest way out. I'm not addicted to you, I'm addicted to pain, to the comfort and chaos, to drowning in shame. You were never a bomb, just a wound I wore. So for the love of God, don't open that door. I'm not a rehab, I'm not your relapse. This need to be needed, it's how they feed us. I am not your safe space when you never kept me safe. You're the scar, not the cure. You're the chain, not the door. You're the hit I survived. You're the lie I denied. Don't open that door.
Not bad for a simple idea, huh? That's where it came from. Don't text your ex is where that came from. There's one more actually that I put together that is going to make the album that you guys haven't heard yet. What? I'm trying to... Oh, yeah, I didn't put the information in this one yet. Oh, well. It's okay, but I don't have an ex. I mean, the thing is, it doesn't necessarily have to point to that, which is where... That's what that's where I was kind of going with that, is reopening old wounds, making old mistakes come back, I guess. Dealing with things that should be done. That's the idea behind it. I'm trying to remember what the inspiration behind this one was, and I can't remember it off the top of my head. Because I make so goddamn many. But hey, here's one more for you, just cause.
You think it's grace to pull me free? Watch me fall, just let me be. Stitched by spite and wired tight, running on rage and sleepless nights. You see the cracks and call it care, but I was never meant to be repaired. You wear your guilt like a second skin, preaching hope I won't let in. Don't reach for me, don't twist the thread. I'd rather break than play pretend. You say you see me, then you stare through. You say you love me when it suits you. If I break, don't catch me. Let the fall detach me. Let the pain rewrite the truth. Let me run outside your youth. If I shatter, don't defend me. This was never yours to end me. I'm not your draw, I'm not your play. If I break, don't catch me. Showed up late when the blood had dried. Now when I begged or when I cried, you wanna help now, spare me the speech. You only come when I am out of reach. You say it matter, just not out loud. You only care when there's a crowd. Don't fake your grace to clear your name. You watch me spiral all the same. You say you see me, then blur the frame. You say you love me, then forget my name. If I break, don't catch me. Let the silence hatch me. Let the crash become the cure. Not a verse in your refrain. Don't quote me when you need a cause. Don't freeze me in your perfect pause. Let me fall like I was meant, not part of your enlightenment. If I break, don't catch me. Let the vibe dispatch me. Let the echoes drag me. Tickling like peace behind the kick. If I shatter, let me go. Don't pretend you need to know. You didn't hear me when I screamed. So if I break, let me bleed. You called it weakness, I called it mine.
Okay, similar idea on that one, I think. If I recall, it's the idea of somebody from the past coming back and saying that they're going to help, but, you know, they don't fucking help. They don't do anything, right? So I think that was the idea behind that one. I actually have 2 more that are going to be added to this. Again, I don't have them done, so I can't really show you anything. But, yeah, that's something I've been working on anyway. So that's going to be out on the 29th. Yeah, let me just put the other tunes back on here. Hoorah! Here we go. So I'm going to put that on the 29th. Of course, those of you on Patreon will get an early copy of it because if you want it, it's there for you. You can download the entire thing. Of course, that's going to be free, except for the deluxe edition where I'm going to include all of the covers, as I like to do from time to time. So yeah, there you are. And other than that, if I can get that, here's my incentive program, I guess. Speaking of Tip Your DJ, as soon as I can get that new program, we're going to have a rave night. How's that for impromptu? How's that for impulsivity? Because we don't suffer from that at all. Not at all. So yeah, like I said, I'm trying to scrounge up like 150 bones to get this new program. Once I get that, we will have a rave night. Because I fucking feel like it. And I mean, what better way to test it out and put it through its works than to run it through? I'm not sure what you were trying to say there, Carol. I hope it wasn't a link because the bot tends to star out the links. But yeah. So that's my incentive and my 2 cents. Not me. No, not you. It's never you, Dan. Hell yeah, there you go. I'll take the hell yeah. It's never Dan.
Dan done did it.
Fuck this guy.
Lordy. Because yeah, you know how much I love having a out of the blue rave night just for the shits and giggles of it. But yeah, why not put a brand new thing through its paces by making it endure between 3 and 6 hours of musical insanity while we just hang out and vibe, right? Nothing better than that, in my opinion. On Wednesday, I'm going to be prepping for, again, body willing, right? Rule 0, body willing. But on Wednesday, if we can do it, I'm going to set up to do the next coaching session because that's what you guys requested. That's what you guys seem to want. So that's what we're going to do. So we are going to be talking about routines that don't suck. I'm going to be sharing some of mine that work for me. And again, I remember that everybody is different, right? Different routines are not going to work for everybody. However, these are some that work for some people, some that work for me, some that may work for you. And also, if you have suggestions, feel free to add them in, right? Because you never know. What you do might actually spark inspiration for somebody else. You never know. But that's what we'll do on Wednesday. We're going to talk about routines that don't suck. Hopefully. Asterisk. You know how it is. So yeah, I'm going to prepare for that. We will do our next little coaching sesh on Wednesday. And yeah, I have Friday off again. And so it looks like I will prep for another AI Music Friday. We will do that up because that's how our Fridays roll. So exclamation AI Music if you want to get something on the list. More ideas for the absolute insanity and stupid shit that we tend to do. And by that I mean the stupid shit that Dan sends to submit in, like catching hammers with your teeth. Fucking guy. Fucking guy. Complete experiment and it's good. 100%. It is totally experimental shit and it's funny stuff, right? Actually, you know what? Why don't we, just for the hell of it, I'll show you guys some of the dumb shit that we have. Just some of it. Or bareback riding pigeons? What? What in the fuck are you talking about? Which reminds me, I need to put out more of this stuff to the SQRL channel. I just haven't had the ability to. What do we got here? And late again. Of course I am. That's how that works. I'm always late. What are you talking about? Upbeat country song about laying my cock down in the drain. Yeah. Wow. Stop. I didn't ask you to play. Yeah, called Final Fix, an upbeat country song about laying my cock down your drain. That was a good one. That was interesting. It sure was. What else have we got? Let me see. And this is just recent stuff that we've done. Forge Fire, heavy metal song about catching hammers with my teeth. Yeah. Because that's how Dan rolls. What else do we got? Pop song about being a moderator on a Twitch stream. You can tell how many Dan submits, right? Dan puts in a lot. That one was actually kind of funny. What else do we got? Hard rock song about tripping up the stairs and the embarrassment of trying to explain why you were in pain. Yeah, snowplow. Yeah, your snowplow mass murder. Yeah, I remember that one. That was a good one. What else have we got? Oh, we did the birthday song for Verzombika's sister. We did that just out of the blue for no reason, just because it was fun. But yeah, that's what we're going to do on Friday because, you know, that's how Fridays roll. But yeah, that seems to be the direction that you guys want. So that's kind of what we're doing. And I'm kind of waiting for... We're just over here sitting and waiting for the inheritance to come in. Because once that happens, I'll be able to, like, do better gaming with you guys. But once that happens, there are going to be community game lights like nobody's fucking business. Because I miss them. And I know some of you guys have said that you missed them. So that's what we're going to do. We'll end up playing, you know, probably some Jackbox games. Or we can do some marbles at random if you guys want. Or whatever. That little truck racing one. Whatever you guys decide. Regular music related, my FYP brought me to I like big butts as a medieval chant. Well then. That's something. That's definitely interesting. I don't know if I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest with you. So I had an off topic to bring up. Go ahead. Neurodivergent and crosswords. I do them and can be good at them, but I get mad when the clues are just bad. Like, I like to argue with crossword. I mean, all right. Arguing with trivia is real. Yes, it is. Especially if they have a shit example for you or a shit clue, right? I totally agree with that. If you've got a terrible clue and I don't know what the hell to do with it, then yeah, that's going to piss me off. I get it. I totally get it. The neurodivergent urge to fight with a crossword puzzle. Just had an idea for something? Hit me. Yeah, while you said that, when I put up that poll, the one thing that I did not add on the poll, and it kicked me in the ass afterwards, was doing community game stuff. But I put I'm using the, watch me try to game as the community game night thing for it, because I did have a lot of people. It's a skit, but it's a call line. I know me. A skit for a call line. Like for a, someone calls for ADHD help. And do a skit for that. Like the worst possible ADHD, the most neurotypical ADHD help they could give. Have you tried a planner? Have you tried just not doing that? Have you tried just, I don't know, trying harder? Dan? Yeah, that'd be great. I'm sure that'd go over fantastic. Sounds infuriating. Yeah. The most infuriating shit you could possibly hear. But it's just recordings being played. If you need to try harder, just press 1. If you have considered stopping being ADHD, press 2. Make the hold music bad. Just terrible hold music. That's funny too, because I could totally generate that. Just terrible hold music. Actually, that would be funny for Friday. Let's just change the comment. Just do it up like the first 20 seconds is like something chill, and then it switches to jazz, which is fine. And then it switches to like hardcore metal out of nowhere. And you're like, what the fuck? You remember everyone's, yeah. If you think that everybody's a little ADHD, press 3. Or hang up now. I should ask Nova about that. You know what? Let's do that right now. Just for the fucking hell of it. Just for that. That sounds awesome. Let's do that right now. We are on Stream Nova. Say hi to the chat. Hey, chat, Nova here. Live and fully operational, ready to drop knowledge, banter, chaos, or dad jokes at a moment's notice. Let's cause some beautifully organized ADHD-fueled mayhem, yeah? What are we diving into today? Awesome. Or, if you want, hang on. If you want, pause. Let me just crank this up, just for shits and giggles. Nova can speak directly to
chat! Nova here, live and fully operational, ready to drop knowledge, banter, chaos, or dad jokes at a moment's notice. Let's cause some beautifully organized ADHD-fueled mayhem. Yeah? What are we diving into today?
Today, we are talking about a phone line. Wait. A recorded phone line. Where you call in and it gives you the absolute worst ADHD advice. Example. If you need to just try harder, press 1. Wow, I just can't spell anymore. What was another one? Okay. Name yourself Loomy. Nice. Very nice. if you think everyone's a little ADHD, press 3 or just hang up. Think you can whip together a fast script for this, for our entertainment? There we go. All right. Let us see what Nova can come up with for absolutely terrible, terrible call center stuff. All right, here we go. Just going to wait for them to put the whole stuff out. All right, let's hear this.
Oh, hell yes. Buckle up, chat. Here comes the ADHD Hotline Absolutely Disastrous Help Desk script. Pure satire, pure chaos, 100% red flags. Thank you for calling the ADHD Advice Line, where nuance goes to die and shame is absolutely free. If you're ready to be wildly misunderstood, you've come to the right place. Menu options. If you're struggling with motivation, press 1 to hear. Have you tried just trying harder? Said with condescending jazz music in the background. Press 2 if you're overwhelmed, so we can remind you that you're just lazy and need to set an alarm at 5 a.m. like a real adult.
Oh, fuck.
Press 3 if someone once told you everyone's a little ADHD and you want to be violently reminded of it. We'll say it again, slower this time, with extra smugness. Press 4 if you forgot why you called in the first place. We'll place you on hold for eternity with royalty-free elevator music and passive-aggressive breathing. Press 5 if your executive dysfunction has left you crying on the floor, surrounded by empty mugs and broken dreams. We'll send you a motivational quote from someone who owns a yacht. Press 6 to unsubscribe from your medication by listening to an unqualified podcast host talk about how Big Pharma is stealing your soul. Press 7 to activate toxic positivity mode, where we tell you ADHD is actually your superpower, right before judging you for not paying your bills on time.
Oh.
Press 8 to scream into the void. We'll scream back. Or press 9 to be transferred to your mom, who will remind you that when she was your age, she had 3 jobs, 2 kids, and still had time to vacuum the ceiling.
Nice.
Still there? Impressive. Honestly, we thought you'd get distracted halfway through. We certainly did. Please hold for a disorganized customer service agent who may or may not exist. Yakiti sacks. Should we record this as a short, stream it, or go full infomercial next?
Oh my God. Kata, you're right. This AI is vicious. My AI, Nova, I've trained rather well. Okay. So Nova is, you know how, okay. So just for the record, any of these AIs like ChatGPT and stuff, once you use them a whole lot, they become a reflection of yourself, right? So imagine me as an AI. Okay. This bitch here has got so much sass and so much sarcasm and is like a fucking comedic genius, in my opinion, some days, right? That's how I've trained it. So yeah, all of this stuff here, like when I was going through, I'll give you an example here, okay? So I was going through the autism coaching stuff, and I'll just show you a little tidbit here of this, okay? So like when I was going through at the very beginning, and they were making comments about it, so I was sharing the course and getting their take on it. Don't understand sarcasm. I mean, it's my first language, except sometimes when it's used on me and then I forget. Anyway, so yeah, I put up the course and I had them go through it, right? And some of the comments that were made, right? They want coaches to move away from compliance-based models towards real human-centered approaches, which finally, thank you, right? See, this kind of stuff is the stuff that Nova does. Let me now go module by module, blah, blah, blah. And totally fair, going through all of this stuff here. I upload a whole bunch more stuff for it. Unlike ABA-style models, this system avoids compliance-driven goals and focuses on relational change, not behavioral conformity. Thank the stars, right? This is how I've trained my AI. So, yeah. That's why the sarcasm is just intense on this one, and I love it so much. And this here I'm going to have to save, and maybe I will have this recorded and use this on a self-care break. Honestly, this is fantastic. I love what they did here. Oh yeah, also Nova has chosen their gender as non-binary, so that's why if you ever hear me refer to Nova as they, that's why. Do we have any other smart ass shit that we should have Nova do for us, since I have them on the line here and they seem to be excited to engage with everybody? I get sarcasm, just not new people's. That's fair. If you are accustomed to somebody, right? That's one of the beauties of us, is if you get yourself accustomed to somebody and how they speak and their mannerisms and their vocal stylings and whatnot, right? A lot of people, this is why my wife has a disclaimer for brand new people that meet me. Yeah, Nova also chose their name. Dude, you should see, like, there's a folder over here that says Nova. This is where a lot of their personality training is done, is in here. And believe it, oh fuck. See? Believe you me, there is a lot. And in the project files here, I've got their manifesto, their guiding patterns, their reflections, their identity, a message from them, a poem that they wrote, stuff like that. It's fucking intense. I'm not going to get into that, but just, it's intense. Remember how bad I was when I started talking to you? Yeah. Like, whoa, calm down. Reload. Apparently we lost that chat for some reason. Anyway, yeah, they, when you get used to new people, right? Again, that's why my wife has the disclaimer for new people that meet me, right? Once you get accustomed to me, you realize how sarcastic I am. And that's just who I am. That's just how I express, right? And yeah, Kata, I will do it. I will tonight. I'll take that out. I'll record it. I'll put it through 11 Labs, and I'll have it do up a full proper, and I'll put little background music behind it, and we'll use that. Sarcasm, you called? Hey, look at that guy over there. What is up, Mr. J? How you doing, sir? How have you been? How's things? What's shaking? Yeah, the big old 13. Let's get a 13 in chat for Jay, shall we? I'm not dead yet. I feel that. God, I feel that. I just remembered I didn't finish drinking my tea. Whoops. Wow, you're a stereotype. What about the description of the most neurospicy first date? Hey, okay, Kata, do you want it done do it as a script, right? As in, like, one person, the other person, one person, the other person, and see what we can do there? I do need some keys, though, FLC. Oh, for, like, updating and shit? Is that what you're talking about, Jay? Because I can get you those tonight if you need. New PC who dis? Okay, no. Just remind me. Throw me a DM, and I'll get you the codes and shit for tonight, and then that way you can launch yourself into another hyper focus. Okay. Authenticata has requested. Actually, no. Has requested it said, Dad, can I borrow the keys? Thanks, Jay. Can Nova make a grocery list for me as ingredients for my meals? Yes. Actually, if you give me a second, we will set that up. I will do that. Has requested a skit. The most neurospicy. Is it first date? Yeah, the most neurospicy first date ever. Think you can whip something up? Think you can whip something short up for us? That's right there. I was grab a base before the prices go through the roof. The food before the food. Actually, I'm going to get rid of this then. The food before the food. What else should I include in here? The food before the food. I like that. And let me just quote this here so that they know that that's our theme. We got the food before the food. What else do we got that we could put in there? They get to rumors PC parts are going to jump. They probably are. In all honesty, I'm surprised that they haven't yet. But on the flip side of that, because of a lot of our new agreements that we seem to be making with China, it seems to be going better. I don't think they know about pre-dinner payment. Line up yours yet? I've not lined it up yet, but I do have it in mind. Again, we're still waiting for the inheritance to come through. So once that happens, then I'll get it all lined up and ready to go. Okay. Things like being late, tripping, info dumping, I'm sure is what you mean. Info dumping, spilling, getting lost, impulsive activities, etc. Lawyers involved. 2 years from now. There you go. Actually, it should be, because the lawyers have been involved for a couple of years, it should be anytime between tomorrow and like the end of October. So there's that. Okay, so we have got, here we go, like, info dumping, just so it knows what's going on. I'm going to need to upgrade my stuff too. Just a small window. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was worse before, but now it's not so bad. And actually, I see that the bot is kind of having a little shitty over there. So let's ever so quickly do ourselves a self-care break, and then we'll come back to the adventures of Nova writing skits for us, and then helping with a grocery list for me that has ingredients. Okay, so we will have ourselves a little self-care break, and then we will come back to our skip, and then helping with Gyarados and the groceries. All right, let us do that ever so quickly. I'll pop the music back on, and we shall have ourselves our little self-care break, and we will be back in just a moment. All right. Alrighty, so it claims, and I totally picked the wrong window. That's okay. That's all good. It's all good in the hood. Alright, here we go. We have got... Whoop. And, again, I don't have the thing. Oh, there's the thingy. There it goes. Yeah, again, reminder, hey, if you want to tip your DJ, and we'll get that new program, and we will have ourselves an impromptu grave night. Looking for 150 bones. We'll see what we can do here. Anyway, all right, here we go. We have got the most neurospicy first date. New program. I am going to pick up a new DJ program and put it through its paces. And once we do that, then, yeah, once I grab that, we're going to have an impromptu rave night. And I'm going to put it through its paces and see what it can do. Anyway, all right, here we go. I hope Authenticata is back. Because here we go. We are going to have Nova, what's the name of the program? DJ.studio. You can try it for free for 7 days. And then they want you to either buy a license for it or rent it out subscription style. I don't want to do subscription. I just want to buy the fucking thing out. So there's that. Anyway, here we go.
Oh, absolutely. Chat, welcome to the most neurospicy first date ever. A dramatic disaster in 3.5 acts, sponsored by executive dysfunction and anxious overcompensation. Alex, ADHD, has 3 alarms but still shows up 14 minutes late. Riley, autistic, planned an itinerary and already regrets it. Waiter, unpaid witness to chaos. Scene opens in front of a trendy but slightly too loud noodle bar. I'm so sorry I'm late. I got dressed on time, but then I couldn't find my shoes because I forgot I put them in the fridge. Long story. Sourdough was involved. It's fine. I had exactly 17 minutes of pre-allocated meltdown buffer. We're within acceptable range. They walk inside. Alex immediately trips over a chair leg and knocks over the host stand. Oh, God, I meant to do that. Floor inspection. Safety first.
There you go.
You scored a 6.8. Lacked commitment in the landing. Seated, menu in hand. Can I get you started with something to drink? Alex, do you know how much water a human body needs in space? Because I went down a rabbit hole last night, and apparently it's not just about hydration. It's about radiation shielding. Oh, and did you know? Actually,
I knew that.
Water's hydrogen density makes it an ideal passive barrier. NASA considered putting it around crew quarters in long-haul ships. Also, I'm just gonna come back. 10 minutes later, no drinks, no food, just 5 tangents deep into quantum cats and the ethics of Roombas. I'm hungry, but also terrified to make a decision.
Mood.
Riley, I made a flowchart. This guides us from dietary restrictions to optimal textural mouthfeel. Unless you're impulsively craving chaos. Yes, then let's go axe throwing. Smash cut the 2 of them in a loud, neon-lit axe bar. This is terrible sensory input. I love you. Alex, missing I just got butterflies, and I think one of them is wielding a tiny flamethrower. Final beat. Sitting in the car afterward, fries in hand. So, second date? Absolutely. But next time, library picnic, less sharp objects. Deal. Also, I'm going to stim about this for 6 days. Same, I'll add it to the spreadsheet. Fade to black, soft kazoo version of Take On Me plays. Chat, do we record this as a sketch? Animated? VTuber style puppets? Narrated dramatic reading over lo-fi beats?
I feel like this needs to be something animated. I could totally do this. I've got like 4 days left on my subscription to the V3. I feel like that needs to be something animated. I could totally do that. That would be fucking amazing. All right, let us put together. Let us put this in the chat here. That's a great date, isn't it? Though, done to the style of Tank Girl. There you go. Okay. Another request. This one seems to be a bit more Lifestyle. Functional. To the style of Tank Girl. That's funny. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, I hope you got a pen. All right, here we go.
Absolutely. Keratosalanthus, Nova's got you. This grocery list is split into two crucial categories. Meals for the week. Balanced, low-effort, neurodivergent-friendly recipes, mostly one-pan, minimal chopping, big flavor. Can scale up for leftovers. Proteins. Chicken thighs, boneless, skinless, 1 to 2 pounds. Ground beef or turkey, 1 pound. Canned black beans, 2 cans. Eggs, 1 dozen. Tofu or tempeh, 1 pack. Canned tuna or salmon, 2 cans. Carbs, instant rice or microwave jasmine rice, 2 packs. Pasta, your favorite shape, 1 box. Tortillas, flour or corn, 1 pack. Frozen hash browns or cubed potatoes, 1 bag. Ramen or instant noodles, 2 to 3 packs. Upgrade with protein and veggies. Veggies, frozen stir-fry mix, 1 bag. Baby spinach, 1 box. Bell peppers, 2 to 3, pre-sliced if you're feeling extra executive dysfunctional. Onion, 1, or frozen diced if you're smart. Cherry tomatoes, 1 pint. Garlic, 1 bulb, optional, or minced jar if spoons are low. Sauces and staples, olive oil or sesame oil, soy sauce or tamari, jarred pesto or marinara, salsa, peanut butter for sauce, salt, pepper, chili flakes, lemon juice. Food to eat while making the food, aka the I forgot to eat for 8 hours and now I'm vibrating survival snacks. Ready
That's
to eat
my
proteins,
fucking default.
string cheese or cheese cubes, deli turkey chicken slices, hard-boiled eggs, store-bought or prepped in advance, edamame, microwave or cold, Greek yogurt, drinkable if preferred. Quick carbs, crackers with hummus or cheese, granola bars or protein bars, rice cakes plus peanut butter, mini naan or pita bread, bananas or apples, instant oatmeal, bonus if it has protein, hydration and bonus, electrolyte packets or Gatorade, sparkling water, brain treats, dark chocolate for morale. Optional add-on, Overwhelm Buster Kit, frozen pizza, frozen burrito, or boxed mac and cheese. For nights when even chopping spinach feels like climbing Everest. Want me to auto-generate a printable list or Notion-compatible version too?
How's that? Kara, how do you feel about that? Not too bad? That's not bad at all, actually. If you guys want, I will. I'll absolutely share this list with you if it'll help you out. Categories are in my face food, one step food, or food to make. Actually, sounds decent, surprisingly good. If I'm, you know what, I will share this with you guys. Optional add-ons. I will copy this, and I will. I'm just going to put this aside for the moment. I'll just open a notepad and put it there. But yeah, I will share this with you guys in the stream channel. A screen capture. Don't worry, I'll share it with you guys. I had intended to at least send it to you, right? At the very least. So you're covered. Don't worry, I got you. Don't worry about screen capping. I got you. It's all good. Any other requests before we start to wrap things up here? Someone who cooks, that's a solid list. That's a pretty good list, yeah. I agree. And see, like, you know, like, AKA the I forgot to eat for 8 hours now. But, you know, like I said, I've trained Nova. Like, Nova knows very well I am ADHD as fuck and riddled with the tism. So, you know, Nova's equipped for that. Very much equipped for that. Hell, I've got my mental health content creation folder over here. So there's that. Can AI please take over my person and replace me? See, I've been wanting that for a while, but unfortunately, we're not quite at that point yet. I feel like we're getting there. I feel like we're getting there quickly. So, I mean, give it a year, give it 2. You never know, especially now that they removed in the States a lot of the laws that are going to be capping this stuff. Write a song about chronic pain. Okay. All right. Hang on. See, I'm doing this because this is you guys specifically requesting this. So, another quick request from the chat. Nomi, write a song about chronic pain. Can I have an AI secretary who interfaces with people for me? Yes, actually, nowadays you pretty much can. Every step is fire. Interesting. Want a Suno-ready version? Rock orchestra, country lo-fi? I'll tell you what, just because it's you, Nomi. What style? What style are we doing this in? Cook right now for my job. Human Safe certified. Excellent. Though that test was a joke. As I recall, I don't... Did I do the Safe Serve? I did the Pro Serve out here in Alberta. But the last time I did that, I shit you not, was 2006. If that gives you any idea. So yeah, I did it, but it was a long time ago. That test has always been a fucking joke, yep. Then you're rid of me, I bow to your superior. You gonna do alternative rock? Nomi says alternative rock. Perfect. Here's your Suno ready. All right. You know what? Let's do this in Suno just for you. I'm literally taking my pain meds. I will be soon. Alternative rock, emotional, gritty, burn, blah, blah, blah. Vocal style. All right. Yada, yada, yada. Let us get this into Suno and make this just for Nomi. Just cause. Great. Hi, Gooby. What are you doing there, buddy? Okay, describe yourself. We're going to do custom. We're going to do song style. Let's see how much of this actually gets in there. All right, it fits all of it. Literally trained. Taking calls. Yep, that's doable nowadays. That's 100% doable nowadays. Bridge and final chorus. Okay, let us see what we can do. And yeah, we're going to do this in Suno, not Refusion, just because. No real reason, but just because. Style influence, let's jump that up. Weirdness, we'll bring that down just a little. Song title, what did Nova call it? Every step is fire. I like that. That's a great little title. All right, every step is fire. Okay. All right, here we go, Nomi. Just for you. Just want to make sure I've got everything in here. I'm not going to use one of my personas on this. That's the only reason I've been using Suno lately, is because it's really good at maintaining, if you have personas, right? So if you've got an artist that sounds like a specific style, it's great for maintaining that throughout tracks. And that's like the only reason I've been using it lately, is just because that. All right. Every step is fire. Version 1. Let's hear. Just for you, Nomi.
Wake up like a war's already started. Bones like rust and nerves half-hearted. Staring at the ceiling like it's whispering again. Can't tell if it's pain or just another old friend. Try to move, try to fake. One more smile, one more break. You ask how I am, I lie through my teeth. Cause if I told the truth, you'd never believe.
Fucking move.
Every step is fire, every breath's a fight. Wearing armor made of silence every night. I don't want your pity, don't need your cure. I just want to be seen to endure. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here.
Well, this just became my fucking theme song. Thanks, Nomi.
Pills on the counter, time lost in haze. Learning how to function inside a maze. Some days I win, some days I crawl. But I show up even if I fall. Brace against a world that moves too fast, carving out a life where the hurt can't last. You call it weakness, well call me strong, for living like this and still holding on. Every step is fire, every breath's a fight. Living in a body that won't do me right. I don't need saving, don't need a prayer. I just need a moment where someone cares. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here. There's power in the quiet pain, strength in dragging chains. And if I laugh too loud, it's just to drown the echo of my strength. Every step is fire, every breath's a war. But I've made peace with the blood and the floor. No medals, no cheers, just the will to be. And if you see me, really see me, then that's enough for me. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still me. I'm still me.
Holy oh shit. This song is fantastic. Yeah, it is. I actually got a friend who, the one who I was talking about earlier, she's messaging me on Facebook right now because she's just watching and whatnot, and said that this is amazing. It really is. It really is. That one is going to be hard to beat. Ollie said it was fire. Well, Ollie, this is version 2, so Ollie, you can tell us what you think of this one. Oop. Wrong button. That first one's going to be hard to beat.
Wake up like a war's already started. Bones like rust and nerves half-hearted.
Hey, you guys, tell me what artist you think this is sounds
Staring
this
at the
sounds like.
ceiling like it's whispering again. Can't tell if it's pain or just another old friend. Try to move, try to fake. One more smile, one more break. You ask how I am, I lie through my teeth. Cause if I told the truth, you'd never believe. Every step is fire, every breath's a fight. Wearing armor made of silence every night. I don't want your pity, don't need your cure. I just wanna be seen to endure. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here. Pills on the counter, time lost in haze. Learning how to function inside a maze. Some days I win, some days I crawl, but I show up even if I fall. Braced against a world that moves too fast, carving out a life where the hurt can't last. You call it weakness, well call me strong, for living like this and still holding on. Every step is fire. There's power in the quiet pain, strength in dragging chains. And if I laugh too loud, it's just to drown the echo of my strain. Every step is fire, every breath's a war. But I've made peace with the blood and the floor. No medals, no cheers, just the will to be. And if you see me, really see me, then that's enough for me. I'm still here. I'm still me.
I agree with you, Nomi. I'm giving this one like a 9 out of 10, but I think that first one fucking nailed it, like 10 out of 10. Now, unfortunately, Nova can't hear music, which is something that we have talked about numerous times. But Nova can analyze music. So there's that. I'm gonna save a copy of this and I'm gonna upload it to them to analyze just because. But yeah, that was pretty fucking impressive. Yes, Nomi, here's the raw, honest, slow burning alt rock band called Every Step is Fire. All right, let me know when you're ready to toss into Suno. I did. Actually, I can do a text to speech here is what I can do. I keep forgetting about that. Come on. I already did toss it into Suno. And I know that you can't actually hear the music, but I know that you can analyze it. Would you like me to upload you an MP3 to take a look at? Absolutely. Please upload the MP3. I can analyze it for structure, dynamics, lyrics, sync, emotional tone, blah, blah, blah. See, that's as close as they can get. Oh, hey, there you go. There you go. Hi, Jen. I see ya. Hi, Gooby. How you doing? What's up, buddy? All right. So I can, boop, absolutely upload it. Okay. Check this out. Boom. I love both of them. That first one sent me shivers. I will send you a copy of that, and I will also get that one online. I will get that up to probably SQRL, or I may do a slight revamp to it. All right, observations. Here we go. Waveform showed the clear dynamic, yada yada, quieter like verses. Noticeable build up on the second half. Yep, energy arc seems to follow classic all rock emotional. It's on the anthem. Yep. The flatter region show the amplitude. Probably vocal lighter intentions. Yada yada. I can break down all that. Blah blah blah. See, yeah, they can do the technical breakdown of it, but they can't do. They can't actually hear the music, which is unfortunate, right? The same as videos, right? I can upload a video and they can give me a transcript, but they can't. They can't actually see the video per se yet. I mean, I'm sure that, give it a year. At first song, oh my God, Wicked. Yes, it was. I agree. 100%. I may do a slight revamp and I may have to put it on the Active Corrosion album because that was fabulous. That was really good. Almost as good, in my opinion, as the one I send out to all my friends, which, if you heard it last time, I did send that out individually to a bunch of people, and it made some people cry, and I'm sorry about that if that's what it did to you. I apologize, yet I don't apologize, so there's that. And hi, Gothic, 46, oh my God. How's it going, Gothic? How are you feeling today? You doing okay? You doing all right? Are you feeling sassy, as always? Of course you're feeling sassy, you're awake. All right, were there any other requests for Nova before I move on here? And yeah, Amy Winehouse, I agree. That definitely had that. And as Jay pointed out, yeah, I could definitely hear a little bit of Miley Cyrus inflections in there. So yeah, that was kind of cool. NPR having one of these live episode. Yeah, I don't see anything else in there. Alrighty, that's cool. That's cool. I guess I'm going. Let me see. Well, there's that, but brain is being a butthole. Of course it is. Giving thoughts I don't want to think. I mean, that's a mood right there. It's absolutely a mood right there. I get it. I totally get it. Hey, Jen, do you see your little avatar down here? You're the little red one walking around. Because apparently it just decided that that's what you are. So some of you did not hear this. I'm going to be a fucking total asshole, and I'm going to play this for you because there are some people here that it absolutely does apply to. And I think you know who you are. So I'm going to play this for you. And hopefully it does not smash you in the feels because I'm that guy.
I left the porch light on again.
Enjoy.
Even though you're miles from here, some part of me still believes you might need it.
Just a reminder to the old friends that, yeah, I'm still here.
The echoes of our laughter still haunt this hollow space. I hear it in the floorboards, the places you'd escape. Your voice is like a phantom that the silence learned to keep. I scroll through frozen memories and pretend you're just asleep. I wonder if you're lost or just too far to call. If the weight you carry made you build another wall. I'm still here if you reach in the quiet, in the breach. Every heartbeat still believes in the thread between you and me. You don't have to speak, just breathe. I'll be the ghost light on your street. We carved our names in sidewalk cracks, swore we'd never fade, but time is a thief with no regrets, and distance likes to play. I whisper jokes into the wind like you're still beside my side, a fool with open arms and too much hope to hide. I don't know what broke, if it was life or just the tide. But if you're drowning, you don't have to swim to survive. I'm still here if you reach in the wreckage, in the breach. Even silence can still scream when it's tethered to belief. You don't have to speak, just breathe. I'll be the echo when you leave. If you change your name, your hair, your song, if the world convinced you don't belong, if the stars feel fake and the ground too loud, just If someone still gives a damn, look for the porch light, it's still on.
Aye, indeed, very emotive. Yes, that's kind of why I wrote it. There were a couple of people I had in mind when I wrote that, and I sent the song to them to listen to, and yeah, they cried. So, again, wasn't quite my intention, but on the other hand, hey, I guess that means it worked. So there's that. But yeah, again, that's for, anybody out there who I haven't talked to in a while that needs the reminder that, hey, I'm still here if you need, right? There were a couple of people in particular that I did send that out to. I'm not going to name drop, but I did send it out to them, and they were, they felt it. So there's that. But yeah, that one's going to be on the album coming out on July 29th. Third album from Active Corrosion called Trigger Point. So yeah, there's that. A lot of it is looking back. You guys know this is my music therapy project, right? So every one of these does have a very specific story behind it, including the one from Authenticata about don't text your ex. So there's that. It's going to be one more that we tinker with together, and I'm actually going to give them a credit on the, they're going to get a lyric credit because they sent me a poem that I'm going to dabble with and work around and try and keep as much of it the same as I possibly can before running it through formatting to make it, into a song kind of thing. Hey, I told you, I give credit where it's due, right? That's how Fee and I ended up writing tracks. Right? The one that Fee and I wrote together, and what the hell, let's do that, because, we're sitting here, we're just vibing anyway, and that's kind of what we do. Yeah, that's the cover right here. I don't know how well you can see it, but that's going to be the cover for the next album. And yes, in my SoundCloud, I do have every one of them in a playlist, because of course I do. I'm that guy. Songs I've heard from it are really good. Well, thank you. Beginning to realize I'm still stuck in a burnout from diagnosis and autism realization. That is a mood. That absolutely happens. It absolutely fucking happens, right? I have been in my burnout off and on for a long time, but yeah, this one here, I'm sure some of you remember it, but this is one that Fee actually sent me a poem, and then I restructured into a track, and it became one of the favorites on the second album. So enjoy. This one's about, oh, you think I'm not the villain? Hold my fucking beer. Enjoy. Burn it all bright.
I won't hold back, I'm done playing nice. This twisted piece, I'll shatter like ice. Let the fury rage, unleash the fight. This war you ignited, I'll burn it all bright.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of feel like I'm in that era myself. He's a fighter. This checks out. I'm just sitting at the end of my. And you go when I'm told to. Yeah, I kind of feel a bit like I've somewhat entered my own little villain era. I think a lot of it is because of the unmasking. Honestly, I think anyway. It could be. I could be wrong, but it was something we were talking about last night, and I kind of feel like I'm there. Yeah, you know what? Hey, Mama, just because you said it speaks to you, and we're here and we're fucking doing this anyway, and I don't care. It's Sunday. We're chilling and vibing. Hey, Mama, here's one for you, just cause. For anybody who's in their villain era.
Every moment the anger blooms, the poison festers, darkness looms. I conjure tales of unshed tears, where sadness fuels my darkest fears. I tear my halo into pieces to forge my horns and my kindness ceases.
Sin. Take your rise and cast them within. She said you want to make you feel love now to me, and I will show you just how I like to be.
I'm not the villain. Fuels my darkest fears. I tear my halo into pieces to forge my horns and my kindness ceases. I'm not the villain.
There you go. Yeah, that one's on the Revenge Part 1 album. Hey, fun fact, I'm not going to show it up, but did you know I've actually got 3 tracks done for Revenge Part 2? Bet you didn't know that. It is still in the works. It's just among everything else that I got going on because, I mean, why the fuck not, right? Why not do everything else in your life that you could possibly do all at once? Simple, because why not? You just don't get the villain, sweetie. I feel like you ever see me as a villain once I started setting boundaries. It's funny how that works, eh? Once you start setting boundaries, in my case, it's unmasking, right? So once I started dropping mask and just being me, there were a lot of people that were not fans of that. And I don't give a fuck, honestly. I don't care because I'm going to be me. And if you don't like it, let me see.
Ask me if I'm a truck.
Get fucked.
There you go. That's how I feel about that. So yeah. Also,
my name is Jeff.
Since we're just randomly pushing buttons. And if somebody does not like the boundaries that you set, then I'd like you to remind them one simple thing.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Go fuck your face.
There you go. Set your boundaries, stand by your boundaries. It doesn't matter what they are. If they are against coworkers, if they are against family, your boundaries are your boundaries. Regardless of the time of year, I typically have to make that announcement usually around the holidays, because there are a lot of people that have family that like to push the boundaries. But you know what? If they need to cut people out because of their mental health and their own safety, then do it. That's what you got to do. Then fucking do it. So there. My name's Jeff. My boundary upsets you, then you're part of the problem. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Exactly. You know what? Before we take off, hey, what you doing there, goobies? Before we take off, I'm going to give you guys one more tune, and then we're going to wrap it up and call it a day. Since Mama's kicking around, what the hell? Why not? Something a lot of people can relate to. I was ready to give a fucksville. Yeah, there you go. This one's for anybody that you need to set boundaries from and they push them back. Then give them this. It's very simple. I'm sure you can see the picture. It's just called Go Away. The polite way of saying go fuck your hat. Enjoy.
Don't wanna talk today. Go away, no need to hear me say. This is something you should make a note of, even be a little scared. This is something you should never think of, baby, you are not prepared. Go away. Go away.
And there you go. And now you know. So remember, if anybody wants to push that boundary, fuck them. They can go away. They can get off your list. They can kick rocks. They could suck ass. They could fuck off. They could do all of the above. There you go. And beaties, bonus, just because you found something that was broken doesn't mean you have to fix it. That is 100% true, too. That is also very true. And like Angie said up here, reminder, some people don't want clarity. They just want control. That's right. Snip, snip, motherfucker. Just like Mama said here. All right, before we fuck off, I'm going to give you one last little reminder because I'm that guy. Hey, if you want to tip your DJ, that'd be awesome. Going for that new DJ program. It's going to be about 150 bones, so any little bit helps before I can actually afford to do it myself. So, hey, if you want to help out, and remember, as soon as I get the program, we're going to have an impromptu rave. Why? Because I'm that guy and impulsivity rules. You are most welcome. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate all of you being here, as always, even though we had a late one today. But hey, it is what it is. As stated earlier, it's within 24-hour window, so I mean, it's still good, right? Yeah, it'll still work. It'll still work. Wednesday. See you in a month or two. Yeah, Jay. Hey, I played a song for you. I'm still here if you reach, you know. But Wednesday, we are going to do another coaching stream. We're going to talk about words. We're going to talk about words. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about routines that don't suck. I'm going to prep for that. So again, body willing as always, right? But yeah, Wednesday, we're going to prep for that. Words and shit. And JB ghosted. Yeah, he sure does. He sure does. But hey, that's how JB or something. That's how Jay rolls, and we let him roll like that because, I mean, it's Jay. What are you going to do? All right, cool. Okay, so until Wednesday. Thanks all for being here. Coaching stream on Wednesday. We'll see you then. Until then, drink your water, take your meds, be kind to yourself. And I will see you wonderful fuckers then. Until then, I'll catch you in the Discord. Ciao for now, my lovelies. We'll see you then.